Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Sitarama. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ramana. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram, 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 Jai Jai Ram.
Full power, Hare Ram, Jai Sitaram, Jai Bhagwan, Jai Papaji, ki Jai Om, Arunachal Shiva.
Arunachal Shiva.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva, Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva, Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva, Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva, Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Shiva, Om Namah.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shiva Om Namah. Shiva Om Namah. Shiva Om Namah. Shiva Om Namah. Shiva Om Namah.
Very good, very good, very good. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Satguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're in the Hangout, the way to ask questions is to unmute your mic. And if you're on YouTube, you can just type your question in and we will look at it. I was just reminded a few minutes ago that when we were in Delhi, it's okay. We were in Delhi a few days ago and Guruji was there, Mujiji was there. And we were going to the shop. And it was the 1st of April. And 1st of April is celebrated as All Fool's Day or April Fool's Day, whatever you call it. So we were going into the shop and we saw that there was this bunch of people that were laughing about something. And they were laughing at one man who just passed. And what happened? So when we stopped, we saw that there was a 20 rupee note lying on the ground. And you know this trick? So there was a 20 rupee note lying on the ground. And they tied it with a string. And one of them was taking, with their phone, they were taking a video of this. So what would happen is when somebody would bend down, they would just then pull it. They would pull it and then they would go, the person would go further, wanting to get that 20 rupee note. And he would just chase it. And they were having great time just filming this. People trying to pick up this note, which was rigged to be pulled by this string. You see? And I just realized that this is exactly how the mind works. Exactly how the mind works. It seems so helpful. Oh, 20 rupees, I can buy a tea or something. And you just bend down to pick it up and then says little more, no, just little more, and then little more. And this little more never stops. So our life is like this April Fool's Day. We are following this small amount of money, this small temptation, which the mind knows that we will follow. And it's having a great time fooling us in this way. You see, isn't it exactly like this? It will start very simple. Just 20 rupees. It's going to be helpful. Just pick it up. All you have to do is bend a little bit. When you bend once, twice, thrice, you keep, then you're running after it and you're chasing it. Once you're hooked, you see. Once you're hooked, then you're chasing it and trying to make it work. And then you feel very offended when you realize it was all a trick. That's why satsang can be very strong. Reactions, frustrations, anger can come. Because you're coming to this conclusion that it's all been one big April Fool's Day. You see? And who has been fooled? It is God. Yeah, I often say that if you want to see God pretending to be a person, just believe your next thought. You want to see God pretending to be a person, believe your next thought. So the question only is, how long will we fall for this trick? And if you continue to fall, nothing really is happening to you. But then don't complain that my back is hurting and I'm tired of bending down trying to pick up this note. Because that's all we are doing ultimately. We're just chasing this desire, this happiness through something which is you're not going to be able to catch. See? So the 20 rupee note is the person idea, is the ego. So a lot of these real life metaphors you will get to show you what is really happening. The thought could be coming even right now. So just know it's got strings attached, you see. It has strings attached. It is trying to say, no, no, no strings attached. Just create a relationship with me and no strings. You see? And the minute you pick it up, you get into a relationship with your thought, you suddenly realize, oh, there's a full family of thoughts waiting. Oh, you know. So it has big strings attached. It's very simple not to bend down. Once you know, all I'm telling you is that it's all a trick. Don't fall for it anymore. Then you just walk on by. You just walk on by and you will have no suffering because of this. So this is exactly what we talk about in Satsang. Can it be as simple as this? We have not used any esoteric language, no big words. We've not even come to consciousness or awareness. None of this. Just refuse to bend down to pick up the next rigged trick. The trick of the mind. That's all it is. And yet God is always God. And God is only pretending to be a person when you believe your next thought. Then what trouble can we have? What suffering can touch you without a belief in some trick? And the trick is old now. The trick is really old now. Nobody is even laughing anymore. You see? It's about time we drop it. We drop it. Just the same trick over and over. Just the 20 rupees becomes something else. It becomes relationship. It becomes good health. It becomes bank account. It becomes work. Just the temptation keeps changing, isn't it? The ego has nothing more in its bag of tricks. Just this one trying to get your attention for you to believe that it is possible to get happiness or peace through following this mind. That's the only trick that it has. And if you refuse to fall for it now, then nothing can bother you. Even the concept of bothering or not bothering, or even the concept of suffering will seem strange. And what will happen is momentarily something might still seem attractive and you might fall for it for a moment. So you are bending and then you realize, oh, this was another trick. So very quickly you drop it with no sense of shame, with no guilt also, oh, I fell for it again, nothing. So freedom is not that the trickster will stop the trick. Freedom is not that the trickster will stop the trick. Freedom is that you stop falling for the trick. Now, if you're not falling for the trick, what question can you ask me? What can you ask now? But it's no harm if you still feel that something has your belief. There is no better place to come and expose it than in satsang. You can come and say, I still keep falling for this trick, and then I say, inquire into this. Why do you keep falling for this same trick? It is because something deeply identified as you, something which is not you, is still deeply identified as you. Is it the seeker identity? Is it a child identity? Is it a parent identity? There will still be one or two of these tricks which still seem to work. But already the power is with you. The power is already with you because you can see it as a trick now. Bhagavati Ji says, Father, there is another kind of fool. As in the fool of tarot cards, yes. The fool who is empty of concepts, innocent, spontaneous, free, unborn. Yes. May all beings come to recognize this one as self. Yes. I'm aware of this fool. Just going about life with nothing, carrying no burden, nothing. And this fool actually is the true Jnani. Because the true Jnani knows nothing. Nothing is known. All can be seen just right now. You would need to know something if it was not available to check on. You would need an instruction manual if something was complicated or difficult to try and understand. Once you see that what you are is what you are and is always here, then you don't need any knowledge about it. You don't need any manual about this. You don't need a big book about it. So all our scriptures, all our books have just been pointing us to the right now. What is here now? That's why actually in the last few days I've been stressing on this, isn't it? Now tell me what you see right now. Don't tell me something which your mind is saying or your feelings are saying. That is of no value. And if you could just see what is here right now, then very quickly it will unfold. Because it is already here. It is only that you are pretending by falling for the trick of the mind. So what can be tied at the end of the string that can still get to you? What can be tied at the end of the string that can still get to you? And this, when we look, is your identification. Is this still the false identification? So don't run from it. Don't resist this. Let even this show up. And every time it shows up, you see that, okay, this one is still here, and I seem to always fall for this old trick. And for many of you, it is relationship. For many, it is relationship. We say, no, that if you were to do a survey of all that have come to satsang, and you find that among the 3-4 things that we are looking for, it is this special relationship which gets to many of you. It seems to be the number one trick, the number one temptation. Even after coming to satsang, many will find that the perfect man or woman seems to show up. This can be a distraction. Doesn't always have to be, but this can also be a distraction. Bhagavati Ji says, this is a beautiful fool. Yes, the one who is unburdened by anything. The other fool is such an idiot. Yes. Anna says, dear Ananta, feeling drawn to the life of Saint Anthony of the desert. My heart leaps of joy, finding things about this saint. Feels right. Would you consider this also a trick of the mind? Anything which is accompanied by love, peace, and joy cannot be a trick of the mind. Authentic love, peace, and joy cannot be produced by any mind energy. But you have to have a nose for it. You have to be able to smell if something is smelling of need or desire or aversion, then it is coming from the mind. But when something is coming from a place of authentic love, peace, and joy, then it cannot be of the mind. And you can follow your joy with no concern. Aditi says, so true, Father. Many offers of special relationship lately, but I did not find them attractive as I once would have. So no desire, no aversion, just with this neutrality, then you will find your own feet moving in their own way, exactly as they are meant to. Is this neutrality which the mind cannot understand. And somehow actually, after being in satsang, there's this feeling that we will become just completely silly or something like that. But it's not the case. It's not the case. Because you have full functioning, everything, all the systems are still continuing to function. And when the mind is playing a trick with you, you can refer back and say, yes, this trick has happened with me before. And I fell for it, and it seemed like the perfect thing at that point of time. But now I know better. I know better than to fall for these tricks. Now my master says, when we chase the world, then the world runs from us. And we just sit, no interest in anything from the world, then the world starts chasing you. The world starts chasing us. As long as we are chasing, we have this desire for something, then it seems to run away from us. And we say, no, this is so much peace which is just present here on its own. What could I possibly need? What could I possibly need? And in this, then the world tries to tempt you with all of these appearances. And the world, the mind has it upside down anyway. Has it upside down anyway. Most beings are confusing need to be love. What happens in a love, so-called love relationship in the world? You say that, oh, we must both give it 100%. You have to change for me because these are my likes and dislikes, and I will do the same for you. This kind of deal making happens. Where is the freedom in this? We fall in love with someone, seemingly, we fall in love with someone. And the minute we get into a relationship with them, we want to change them completely. Then what's the point? This is need. And the relationship must cater to your expectations of how it must go. Any relationship. You see this also in a guru-disciple relationship. So often we see like this. That, oh, he is like this. He cannot be my guru because my guru is. Many will come and say, oh, you are my guru, my master. But this aspect of you, could you just change that? Could you wear some could you wear some Indian clothes? You are Indian after all. So then who is the guru and who is the student. I'm just taking a trivial example, but you know what I'm saying. Any relationship, we get into it, and then we want to mold it according to our mind's expectation of how it should go. Then how is that freedom? How is that love? So the term special relationship, at least in my case, and I'm sure in Aditi's case also, comes from A Course in Miracles. And it is called special relationship, but actually it's a relationship of the worst kind. It's the egoic form of relationship. A truly special relationship must consist of freedom, must consist of love and joy. It cannot just be about expectation, attention, desire. Yeah. Andrew says something very nice. He says, the bird of paradise lands only in the hand that does not grasp. How beautiful. This is very good. I would actually like to know the source if you have it also, because I feel that we will be quoting this a little bit. This is very good. All things come to those whose hands are open, and the hand which is a fist, nothing will come and stay. Bhagavati Ji says, Amen to that, Father. I am embedded in this doing nothing this month, sitting, watching the mind's attempt to distract me from simply being. It throws so many toys before me to tempt me. Yes. Andrew says it's a Zen proverb. Very good. So watch this now. Just watch it in your own experience right now. How the mind will come and will have a new trick. Not a new trick, but a new phenomena at the end of that string. Something to tempt you, to distract you. And watch the stories around you. It's always saying, no, not this one. This one is not a trick. Just this one last time you pick it up, and I promise you will get happiness, you will get peace, you will get joy. But it never happens. Yes. You can also speak into this. Okay. We cannot hear you.
It's I noticed it when I was in Rishikesh because there was so much space to just watch the thoughts, and the one, and it seems so silly that it still comes, but I know that's the mind just commenting on it. It seems to be the one that gets maybe the most belief, and it's the sense of to-dos, because for so long I've just been my whole life very, very forgetful energy here, and so I used to obsess about writing down all my to-dos. It used to actually consume so much of space here, and so now though I just it seems that there's hardly any, not so much energy in it, but I was noticing these last few weeks that, and I just want to expose it, there's just it's the one that seems to, like I keep bending down and picking it up, like just, and it's just like a simple to-do that I need to attend to that's seemingly important, but then, I don't know how I'm trying to, but then it has this whole family behind it when I go and pick it up, and there's something that doesn't just trust life, and I see it, but I just want to bring it to you, and just that's the one that came.
You know, a simple. A very simple trick actually is that a lot of times, many of my friends also have this. One of my very close colleague at work also has this tendency about his to-dos are always bothering them. It seems very trivial, but the fact is it's always playing on the mind. So very simple trick is, and I'm sure you already do this, but very simple trick is just to have a list. You know, it'll sound like a non-satsang thing to say, but just so that it doesn't burden the mind so much and so much energy, then you just write it down. The first time it comes to you, just write it down, and you can tick it off.
I don't know what it is, because I've had a list for so long, and
but then what bothers you? If it's already on the list, if it's not done,
then it doesn't happen according to the list, the plan of the list. Like it doesn't happen on Tuesday at this time, and so then it's not finished, so it's still there, and then there's a story around. It's like.
You know what? You should label that list. Somewhere many years ago, I'm not sure whether this was another Course in Miracles book or what I was reading, but I read this thing and it's very useful. So when you make the list, don't say that this is my to-do list. Say that it is something for God to do. I found this very beautiful when I read it so many years ago. So you put it in God's to-do list.
Yes, that's beautiful. It seems so trivial to bring up, but it's the thing that gets the most. And then what happens is the mind will play a tape of watching it happen, and then what will happen. It's just, I just want to hand it over and let it be God's to-do list.
So then this becomes your way of surrendering it. When you label the list something for God to do, then when you write it there, you are surrendering to Him. And then it's up to Him. You don't have to have expectations, oh, I put it for something for God to do, and He completely made a hash out of it. Then it is His problem. You have to surrender with that. You cannot surrender with this expectation that He will do it perfectly. He will do it perfectly, but not according to your mind. And you will see that there is great beauty in this, just the simple process of surrendering it as something for God to do. And Nikhil says, to playlist might work as well. Yes, it's all God's play. Something for God to play with. This is even better.
Since yesterday.
You want this one?
I know what it's like when I can't hear it.
Oh, you do, yes.
On the other side. So, I feel like since I've come here, it's like my body's just, all these strange symptoms are just popping up. And since, well, I woke up this morning and something was going on with my eyes, you know, which wasn't there before. And it took all my effort just to sit in the hotel room and not like follow my mind and go out seeking help, because it was like all these fear thoughts. Oh, it's your eyes, something happened. You know, what if you lose your sight? And I just sat there, and I can feel, because I didn't follow it. Now I can feel the fear in my fear response in the body. I don't know.
You're not losing your sight. You can see
No,
them.
I can see you, but they're sore and
Probably the heat.
yeah. But just so it's this that's it's this body thing that's still and then so then I feel I don't trust again. So if I don't follow the thoughts, how will I know if I really need to go and do something? And I was sitting there and I said, okay, I need to get up and go, then the body can get up and go. And I just sat there, but it still doesn't feel like I feel I can't let go of when it comes to the body.
I feel to say this, and I don't mean it personally at all, but your mind is just like a Hindi movie scriptwriter. It's very dramatic, It never is. There's no like middle way or subtlety. It's just something in the eyes, you're going to lose your sight. There's no middle path. It has to go straight to the extremes. You see? So when everybody's laughing, everybody's going crazy laughing, and then everybody's crying. The worst horrific thing that happens. It's like this everything is blown out of proportion.
But I thought this movie it's like catastrophizing.
Yes, exactly. That's
Why am I catastrophizing? But usually if it's something related to the body, it goes straight to the
extreme.
or if I sense some kind of danger to surrounding.
What is the worst thing that can happen to the body?
I could not be able to. It could be alive and not be able to do anything or see or
Yes.
lose all the senses but still be alive.
But when you meditate, you want to be in this non-moving state of stillness, and you work so hard to get there, still twitching. No, isn't that what they teach you? So many places they teach you like this: keep it completely still. You will be completely still, and you'll be completely there, not moving. So what's so bad? But if I were to ask many of you, you would say death or something. I could just die. It's the worst thing. It's finished. But one day this death will come anyway. Is there anything anyone has ever been able to do to avoid the death of the body? It's a inevitable thing, except in some storybooks or some great stories when you read about some sadhus or something in the Himalayas. But not even the great sages have been able to avoid the death of this body. Death is coming. So how about you die now? What does it mean? That you have no sense of expectation from this body and you give it the freedom that it wants. You see, it is our sense of control over this body which itself is the biggest constriction. So if we want freedom, if we truly want freedom, then first we must give freedom. What all can you give freedom to? Okay, let's count. What all can you give freedom to? We can all type also. We can say and type if you like. So I'm saying that if you want freedom, you must give freedom. So what all are we going to give freedom to? Let me start by helping you. You can give freedom to your relationships. Be exactly as they are, exactly as they are going, exactly as they are meant to be. So one, I'm saying relationships. Now you have to say. If you truly want freedom, then you must then give freedom.
Giving freedom for life to unfold however it feels.
Yeah. So what are the components of life? So one we said relationship. Then What needs your freedom? Thoughts. Can give freedom to your thoughts. Body. Freedom to the body to live or die or whatever it has to do. Yes, sense of control over the unfolding of the day or of life. Priya says freedom is this being now, just is letting all arise and live. Yes, exactly. So freedom to the present moment to unfold exactly like it is unfolding. Then what else are we controlling? Emotion. Okay, so let's start outward in. Relationship, money, body, and okay, so we'll keep the seeker identity to the end. The relationship with special relationships, money, body. These three we can drop from the seeming outer aspect. Then emotion, let them be free. Let them be free. Let them come and go as they please. Then thoughts can be free. Then attention also. Attention also. You give your freedom, your attention to go wherever it pleases. Give your freedom for attention to go wherever it pleases. And you leave your belief free. What does it mean to leave your belief free? It is not what it means, not the same as what you say for attention. Because to control attention is work. To try and direct attention particularly is work. In the same way, to give belief to something is work. So you leave it completely free, don't give it any work to do. Then you're not giving your belief to anything. And if you give your freedom to all of this, actually just to the last two or just the last one also actually is enough. But just to make the point, you must set the world free, all the appearances free, including the appearances of body, mind, emotion, all of these energies also free. And then show me how you can never be bound. See? If you say that I am bound, it must mean that you are not giving your freedom, not giving freedom to one of these forces or energies. Yes, but it's not freedom from. You see, not freedom from. You give your fear also freedom. So somebody said, Nikki said, freedom from fear. But freedom from fear can come when you have given freedom to your fear also. You are not no longer fearing your fear. When we are no longer fearing our fear, then we set it free. Then sometimes it can come and dance about, do something, and then it goes. Don't hold on to anything at all. Leave it all completely free. Yeah. So to get freedom, you must give freedom. It's the simplest truth.
Felt the burden of controlling my or trying to fix my body for so many years.
Yes. Now you set it free. So it is not that. So the mind is saying that you want freedom from the world. Actually, it is the world that needs freedom from your ego. Are you willing to give this freedom to the world or not? You show me something that you're holding on to, and I will show you suffering. Just what Andrew said earlier. The bird of paradise lands only in the hand that does not grasp. Don't grasp anything at all. Set everything free. And that which you feel you cannot set free is still the April Fool's Day trick for you, which is working for you. Just a trick, it's nothing really. There's no reality to it. So what can't you set free? What are you unwilling to set free? That life is whacking out of you. It's just this. Whatever you are unwilling to set free, life is forcing your hand. See, you're holding it, life is slapping it. That's all that is happening. If you're not holding anything, nothing will be felt as suffering. No resistance means no suffering. What can't you set free? Body you can set free. I'll let you know. Let me call you back. I'm a bit busy with satsang right now. Can I call you back about this question? You must set it free because this is your bondage. I am telling you that whatever could happen to the body, it will not touch you. Stop carrying these fears about this, that, and the other. It means nothing. It only means something to the mind. Even to the body, it means nothing. It only means something to the mind. So what are all of you hiding in the special corner? In this one, no, not just not this one. Everything else I've set free. Yes. Parvati says, Father Andrew wants to come into the hangout. Yes. Let's make some room for him. Let's make a space for him. Just follow your heart. When it comes into your heart that yes, you'd like to make some space, just click. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Nitya, my dear.
He's on his way in.
Thank you. So what is this special something? So Satsanga has identified it. He says it is the body. And he is here. Very good. Welcome, my dear.
Hello, Father.
Hello, my dear.
Can you hear me, Father? Okay, good.
Yes.
Father, I don't know what to do with all this joy anymore.
Yes. This is wonderful.
So I would like to place my head at your feet forever, Father. I'm done with this life, Father.
Very beautiful.
There's nothing else that I want, Father.
Very good. These are the kind of reports that I really enjoy, you see. His complaint is what? There's too much joy here, I don't even know what to do with it. Imagine getting these type of complaints. Too much love, too much peace, too much joy.
I feel
and you bring also a lot
like
of joy. I see that you bring so much joy to the Sangha also, and everybody is enjoying having you as part of the Sangha. So thank you so much for this as well. Very warm welcome to this beautiful Sangha.
Father, I don't even know how I got here, to be honest. It just happened. The flow just happens like that.
Even I don't have a clue about how I got here. I have no idea.
Anyways, happy to be here, Father.
No, I'm very happy you are here. I'm very happy.
I don't have any questions. I don't see how it's possible to suffer anymore. I don't see how it's possible to worry. I try to put myself in situations where suffering should happen, but it can't. I don't know why. It's the best.
This is very good. Yes, I know this because initially, when you feel like you lost the ability to suffer, then there's some feeling to try and test it. Some feeling to try and test it out. This will also play itself out. And you will discover that it is truly impossible to suffer. Very happy. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Shanti says, Father. Yes, my dear, you can mute here. Shanti says, Father, even when the body is sick, there is not much disturbance. When the mind is sick, yes. But when the mind is sick, depressed, angry, etc., there is a feeling something is wrong, exposing it. This itself is also very powerful to see. It is always about this interpreter. It is never even about the body. Even when the body is in pain, the body is in pain. It is the mind which is saying, oh, why didn't you go to the doctor? I said you must take better care of it. All of this rubbish is just still from the mind. What is here is just here. The interpreter is just the resistance to what is. And what is just is. Just another appearance which cannot touch you. And ultimately what is you. Ultimately what is you as the witness and the appearance. As the witnessing and the appearance. And there is no way that any appearance can really touch you because the witnessing is always greater than the appearance. But it is only the interpreter which is saying that something is happening to you, you must do this or you must do that. Okay, so Satsanga's special trick is the body. Anandi, let's go one by one. Is there any? One was the to-do thing.
I think that's the biggest. How the use the health charger, or another one maybe is just how the present, like yesterday at the airport, there was resistance to how the present moment was unfolding and belief in the interpreter, and so that. So it's not maybe something specific, it's just there's resistance and life's not going exactly how I want it to right now. And so then trying to control life, and I was trying to control how life was unfolding. I was just getting just whacked all over the place every 5 minutes. Very possessive. So I think that's the other big one, is trying to control.
You know what happened? When we were leaving, we had to go first to Punjab, to Firozpur, to visit my brother-in-law. So he's in the army, so we visited over there. And what happened is that I had one small bag, this trolley, which I just carry with me in the plane itself, and that has all the important stuff, the ID and the tickets. And we were packing, and I wanted to carry a book with me, so I went to my room to get the book, and everybody got all the bags out, and they were out. And so what happened is that we closed the doors, and then Garima runs this office, which is right next door, same set of apartments. So she locked it, and the key was with one of the office people, so they could come and then open it. And guess what got left inside the house? It was that bag with all the ID and the tickets. And we were waiting outside, And it was here also. It came this. No, how can this be happening? It comes like this. How did this happen? And then after a moment like this, then you say, okay, now how is it going to unfold? So even this becomes like a game. How is this going to unfold now? And I saw that very beautifully. Then we started making calls, and we had to cancel our cab actually, because we booked a Uber. So the Uber guy doesn't want to wait for too long, so we had to cancel him. Then we got another one. We felt we were going to be able to break through the lock, so I booked. I don't know why I'm sharing so much detail, but so we booked another one. And there was still, he came and there was no hope. And this was the peak time where they get, traffic. So he said that, I can't wait anymore, so you have to cancel. So we canceled the second one. And then this guy who had the key was on his way, driving very fast, on his mobile. And he's coming. And meanwhile, all this drama is going on. And then what we did is we had a good idea that my dad has this fast car and a very fast driver. So we called him. And somehow he was available. So he just said, I'm coming, just wait 5 minutes. He was here. And he got us so fast to the airport. After all this drama, we were like 45 minutes late. But he got us exactly at the time that the first cab would have gotten us. And it just turned out that way. It doesn't mean it had to turn out that way. I could have very easily missed the flight.
That's what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
It was just like, there was so much resistance. And just, I can't believe this. What am I going to do? And I even called Radha next crying because I didn't have enough.
Called Bangalore mommy.
I didn't have enough money to pay for my second,
yes,
and I didn't have, and they didn't take credit cards, and then somehow it just occurred just to see how it unfold. And then it just unfolded, and it just it's fine.
And it's a very beautiful moment. That moment you realize that life is not going how you planned, and there is nothing you can do about it. So very beautiful moment, because the ego doesn't know what to do. It runs out of moves, as Mujiji says. And then you're just completely open. Okay, now what is it? What is going to happen?
It's just like a game. Just let's see how it unfolds and what life has to do.
So this can become also to try and control, to try and plan, and we had the best. Everything was planned. All the bags were packed. We were well in time for a change. The entire family with my 2 kids were well in time. Everything was going tick-tock, perfect. And then we just closed the lock. And it was just with this one movement, this one movement, everything went for a toss. Everything. It can be like this. It can give you life, can give you this sense of complacency and say, yes, it's all going to plan, it's so good. And then just one movement, it's all movement. This pure grace, moments of pure grace. Okay, so somehow I'm not forgetting the exercise. This is the body, the to-do list. Jaya, what trick can still pull you? What do I have to tie at the string to pull you? The past, some thoughts about the past. Something specific about the past? Some event or something? Not a specific event. Just a set of instances. Some thoughts about the past.
So I just want to say, maybe when I said to-do list, it's more just trying to control.
Control. This is a big one, this control thing. Okay, let's look here. Aditi, what's your April Fool's Day trick?
You talking to me? I lost you for a moment then.
No, I was asking Aditi, but since you're here, you can answer first.
Oh, okay. It was my stick. Okay.
What are you? What do you refuse to give freedom to?
Well, since at the moment, since Rishikesh, actually, it's all just everything's just unfolding, and I think like the little string says,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, I can't handle it because it's all just nothing." I think that's the one that gets me at the moment because I see clearly. Well, I don't even see clearly. It's just this unfolding. It's like this unlimited potential for anything to happen or not happen every moment. And I think the mind comes in. Even that's the appearance, but sometimes it goes, gets that little, like that we just talked about the twig. That's the twig, goes. Oh, it's too much. It's too big.
You are coming face to face with your supreme enormosity, if that's a word. Your supreme enormosity from which this entire set of universes appear. You're starting to realize that you're not just this small bucket of flesh and blood. You're this enormous nothingness from which even God is born. In which even God is born. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, I see the trick. It just gets me sometimes, but I see it. And there's just so much love, so much love. I feel like Andrew.
Yeah, this is very.
Someone else is telling me.
It must have taken a lot of effort to pretend to want to attack people with the LARPing thing. No?
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you a short funny story. As my character, as the priest,
Yeah.
I got a bit annoyed with someone, and then very quickly I thought, oh my God, even when I'm pretending to be another person, it's still the same guy.
Still, yes, you see, it's exactly like
It's still the same one.
still the same one. And very quickly, because you must have believed some thoughts about the priest to get in character, then there must be some identification with the priest, and then the upsetting thing also attacks the identity of the priest.
Even that.
Something which the priest is attached to. You see, like this. This is what we're talking about.
And
This
it was
is
a
very.
very intense moment, and I had to
Yeah.
turn around and laugh,
Yeah.
because I couldn't laugh in character because it was a very serious moment, and I had to turn around and have a little laugh at the ridiculousness of it all. It's good.
This entire life is just like this. Live action role playing is all that's going on.
It is. It's just one big laugh.
Yes, one big LARP. Biggest LARP around. How many people in your LARPing thing?
I think it's about 3,000 of us.
No, just 3,000. My LARP has 7 billion people. Biggest LARP.
It
We
is.
are really in character, you see.
Yeah.
Those of you wondering what we are talking about, you look up LARP, LARP, on the internet. You can Google it. It was a new concept for me also. When Priya told me about it in Rishikesh, I hadn't heard of this. Have you guys heard of it? Not heard of this? Yes, it's very interesting. Some of you have seen her photos now, no? Dressed up as this warrior priest. It's very interesting.
It's so funny.
But my LARP beats your LARP any day.
Any day. Yeah, that's a lot to take on.
We even forgotten, most of us even forgotten it's a LARP game that we started.
It is because it's all seen like my character.
Yeah.
It's seen from before. The character was seen from the character of Lisa.
Yeah.
Now the character of Lisa and the priest are all the same. They're all the same one.
Exactly. So in your LARP, are there some people who keep things sane? If somebody gets too much into character and starts really attacking people, there must be some people who just keep things in check a little bit, isn't it?
Yes, yes, or not. Sometimes some people just
Yeah.
get too involved. Yeah, but that's okay. It just adds to more story.
Sometimes they must be also adding fire to the whole situation. Isn't it?
Yeah. And I say sometimes to somebody like, don't make a drama out of your drama. Just have the drama.
I saw this very menacing looking expression on this lady's face with the costume, the dagger. You had posted it on your timeline.
Yeah.
Really, very taking the drama very seriously over there.
Very serious tournament that was. Yeah.
This is just one big live action role play. Yeah,
It's a good analogy.
it is.
It's a good hobby to have as an analogy, as a satsang.
Yes, it's very, very good satsang.
Yeah. Thank you. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, my dear. Thank you. Oh, lots of chat on YouTube, so let me read some of that. Bhagwati ji says, Radha posted on Facebook, Father, judgmental thoughts coming, often enough to be exposed here. The root of these thoughts are seen coming from the one that says, you got it. This is very troublesome one. And you must not entertain this April Fool's trick. So know you got it, and know also I didn't get it. Either I got it, neither I got it, nor you didn't get it. Neither of these. Because what do you get? You get that there was nothing to get. I was always only this. And it's nothing very great. If anyone was to just look for one instant, they will discover that they are this pure awareness. There's anything special in this. It is just that those who are choosing to play the live action role playing have not had enough of the game. That's all. So all they are saying is, wait, we are coming, but we are enjoying this game a little bit. It's okay, don't disturb us. That's what most of the world is saying, isn't it? When we're trying to force satsang down people's throat, basically what they're saying is that we're still playing, It's not your time yet. You're not done with this game yet. But there is nothing special to get. And you see this, I know that you see this. It's just that the mind can come and play this trick that now you got it. And it's very good that you are able to have this integrity to post it and to allow the entire Sangha to look at it, so that those of us here who also have this, then we can see that yes, this is just another trick that I fell for. Very good. Amba says special trick here has been relationships, yes. In the light of your grace, though it cannot last anymore. Very good. I have been looking at this for 20 years and it has been dissolving all this time. You look like you're 20 years old, by the way, so I don't know. Do you start looking when you were born instantly? Bhagavati Ji says, Radha continued, on the contrary, there is also this one that says, yes, you see, it says you really haven't got it completely. So both of these are just trouble. Laggy the Beast is also here with us, and they say brilliant. Bhagavati Ji says, Father, you are the king of LARP. Jesh says, Father, my April Fool's trick is fear of dying, being trapped without a body. Of dying and then being trapped without a body. So already you know that you are not the body then. Because what you're saying is that my fear is of dying and being in this place where I don't have a body anymore. A couple of days ago, I realized that this I, which is scared of this, is not me. This is very good. This is not you. And then Jay says, seems like a small crack of light has appeared at your feet. Yes. As long as you are in satsang, none of this will escape. The light of satsang is so strong that all of these hidden fears, desires, aversions, everything will stand out. And may sometimes also seem like it carries a lot more sting now. All these things, there seems to be a deeper sensitivity to even the smallest misconception or misbelief, just so that it can be thrown away. Namaste, Hans. Very happy you're here. Jeremy or Jerome says, you seem to be speaking from A Course in Miracles. Yes, I do refer to it at times, but I'm no expert on it. And then you say, do you know David Hoffmeister? Yes, I have heard of him. I've never had the pleasure of ever watching him or being in satsang with him, but I have heard of David Hoffmeister. Maybe Aditi knows him a little more than I do. And then Radha says, there really is no one here except me as this being. Love you too, my dear. Supriya says, my trick is to make an effort to not touch anything. So my trick is to make an effort to not touch anything, to do, or be only awareness. Yes. Doesn't sound naturally appearing. And then the mind goes, oops, you haven't got it yet. Yes, it's a 1-2 punch, you see. It's a trick. It's a combination trick. So leave your attention also completely free. And then tell me what you are. So no other tricks. Anyone else has a trick to expose? You have one more?
Hi, Father.
Hello, my dear.
How are you?
Very good, very good.
I don't have any questions, but I just felt like I should be here. So I'm trying to think of something to say, but there's just Just this feeling that I needed to unmute.
It's very good.
Maybe,
Like this. It's very good.
yeah.
Like. How are you?
Definitely aware of ego.
Where do you go?
It's not causing. I'm not feeling any troubles.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing everything. Just really aware. There's not this huge flood of joy. It's just watching, just seeing, and just noticing I'm hearing, and my hearing is more sensitive. My sense, everything's just very alive. But I don't feel, like Andrew and Lisa, this overwhelming joy. But I do feel very present, very aware, and it's wonderful, and just seeing all the tricks of the mind and just laughing. Yeah.
Yes, nothing wrong at all with a very sober thing. The sober freedom also, nothing wrong with it. It's completely good.
Yeah. And I'm grateful. There's gratitude because I used to get pulled into that, and now I'm watching it, and it doesn't have that pull, and it's not quite hysterical, and I'm laughing. It's not like that. Like you said, it's very sober. But I feel a depth to it too. Like there's more. There's still, not that I want more, but there's. It's just, I'm just enjoying watching it unfold by itself. Maybe I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
But I like it. I can say that. I'm grateful. And I just want to rest at your feet. Just not do anything. Just be there and just let it happen.
You're always in my heart, my dear. Always.
Yeah. And my to-do list, if I had one, would be, I know that the body's here and it's doing things, but if I could tell my body to do something and have a to-do list, I just pictured at the feet of the physical feet, of you and Muji, and not have to go to my work and make money. But you're in my heart at work, and it's just so wonderful. And we were just talking about relationships, special relationships, and that. And I just had a fella the other day had a big interest in having more than a friendship, and I just looked at him. I said, it's not even on my mind. It's not. I'm not trying to avoid it. I'm not trying to find it. I'm not trying to avoid making money, but I'm not trying to make money. I'm just, like you said, just neutral. It's not even on my mind. And then when they ask, I said, no, I like where I'm at right now. I'm really good, right? I don't feel this need to be all those things that I was so involved in. I don't watch TV, and I just don't do the things I used to do. And it's not because I thought it would bring me something or it'd make me more enlightened, or they're just dropping away. I just don't care. Not I don't care, but they just don't interest me. Just being here is something that's better than any of that. I just so grateful.
I'm tempted to ask you, what was the response? I'm sure many of us are wondering.
The what now? So involved in it. I don't watch TV, and I just don't do the things I used to do. And it's not because I thought it would bring me be more enlightened, or they're just dropping away. Okay.
This happens on the Hangout. Very nice to hear yourself speak, isn't it? It sounds a little strange.
Well, it like backed up. It was like
no, it was an echo from Jesh's computer.
Oh, okay. So did you ask me something?
Yes, we were wondering what the response of this man was.
He's a beautiful person, and I introduced him to Muji and everything. And he said he understood. In fact, I sent him, let me see if I have this. He was very sweet about it. In fact, he's the fourth man in a month that has been interested in going out. So I was like, wow. I mean, I feel.
We are going to be calling you now, getting your secret. Yeah?
Well, you know, it's funny. I think that used to be my what do you call it? My string that you could jerk, the fool, because I loved being in a relationship with a man and the unconditional love and the sharing and the physical intimacy, and I loved having the security of somebody and the financial security and knowing someone would be there if I got sick and all these things.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I was trying to all this. You're selling it so well.
Yeah, and it's just it was very a big projection of mine to what love was, what happiness was, and I really thought the ultimate was sharing that with another man. There we go. And so now I don't. It's kind of funny to think that was my priority in life, to find my soulmate, and it doesn't even register on the scales anymore at all. But I'm finding, like you said, I'm being tested or something. Not that I'm being tested, but more very, very kind, wonderful, spiritual men are coming to me, and it's cute, but I'm not interested. But I did send him this. This was something I sent him that somebody posted. It says some beings have had enough of experiencing. Their urge for freedom is very strong now. That company I find most alive. At some point, many relationships become worn out and tired. They mostly begin to fall away. Do not grieve. Do you honestly want to find those old conversations interesting again? A voice within says, "Come fully inside. Come lay down here in the silence of being. If there is a sadness, it will be to spend your life in separation from your inmost being." So I sent him that. I said, that's my priority now, not relationship. And he says, I get that. And he was very, very good about, I said, I just want to be friends. I love our friendship. So hopefully we will be. Because he's very interested in Muji, and we both share a book study of A Course in Miracles. He has one and I have one, so we have a lot in common. But I think Muji said that the most successful relationships, if you're going to have one, not that I really am not interested, but in a video he said the most successful personal, intimate relationships are ones where both are seeking truth, and that's their priority. Otherwise, the ego comes in, and so. But I don't feel I need a second person for that. As Muji told me, he says, you're on a freedom journey, and I don't feel I need a an intimate partner to do that. I'm very content with my existence right now.
This is very good. Who needs a second person? The first person itself is so difficult to deal with.
Yeah. But you know, I still have so many other things. Everything you mentioned. Everything you mentioned, you know, money and health, and I see those fears still popping up, but I don't pay much attention to them. So it was hard for me to pick which one was my main string that pulls me in, because they're all there all the time, but I just don't pay them much mind.
This is very good. I suppose an auspicious relationship must be that in which both are free enough to handle the other's freedom. Both must be free enough to handle the other's freedom. Then it's no longer about trying to change or manipulate or make it all emotional attachment. Not deeper love resonates with not even, it doesn't have to have the external trappings. If it has, it's okay. Nothing wrong with any of that.
I hope this doesn't sound arrogant, but because I don't mean it that way, but I just don't feel an intimate relationship with another person is anything that's important. It's to me, I think it's a contract for misery. Because of the personalities and the humanness, and I think it's very difficult for a lot of people, but I feel like, why invite that in my life when I don't think it's a necessity for my growth or happiness or any of that. It's just another thing.
Oh, you go now? Why now?
I thought I'd give somebody else a chance to talk.
Oh, thank you, my dear. Wonderful hearing you. So
thank
good
you.
To have you again.
I love you. I can't wait to see you in person someday. Yeah.
Andrew said, my trick is to watch you, Father. Thank you. This trick we can drop last. Then you say, thank you, Father and Sangha. I should go to work now. Spot is it. And Priya says, we want all the gossip. Yes, yes. And Shivani says, I am totally not having this problem. She wants your problem, Aditi. And Shanti says, me either, Shiva. Could be interesting if it ever happens. And Priya says, doesn't sound arrogant at all. I'm totally with you. A contract for misery, yes. And Shivani says, used to agree, now just feel open to either, alone or a partner in crime, either way. Neutrality is good. Jerome says, I see now that to be together is so natural. Love you, I love you too. Govil says, Father, with me it's fear of fear. Like after so many satsang, how can you still have these negative feelings? But never in any satsang have I said that you will no longer have negative feelings. I said that all feelings are allowed to come and go, but you will find when you look that you are completely untouched by any feeling. So it's not that something has to necessarily stop. If it stops, it stops. But it doesn't have to necessarily stop. You just find that what you are cannot be touched by any of these feelings.
Can I say one more string?
Yeah.
I just when you said that it's control. It's the ideas I had about how my life was going to go. So
Yes.
separate from the body. Just
Yes. Yes. If my life had gone exactly like my mind had planned it out to be such rubbish. God is never so unkind. Guruji says, no? Guruji says, God is never so unkind to run your life just according to your mind's plan. Cannot be so unkind.
I see that now because I'm here.
Everything that has happened, every single moment has got you here in Satsang now. Before all has been raised. Shanti says it's all good. There is no right or wrong ways. Thank God. No right or wrong. And Vikas says my trick is the craving to eat something while in satsang and self-inquiry. Are you eating something now? That's why he takes the video off. Oh, it's fine. As long as you're not buying any thought from the interpreter about this, it's
But there's a very strong energy and an urge.
this is the first I'm hearing of something like this. But we'll keep our eyes open for this trick also if the mind plays like this.
But even while I was in Rishikesh, you would have seen that I'll go out, especially for having a tea when such a strong satsang is going. For past 1 hour, I've typed it 7 or 8 times, and then since it's been witnessed, it goes away, but then it comes back, comes back, comes back, comes back so
Okay.
strongly. I don't know.
Give this one also its freedom. Give it freedom. Don't believe a thought about it. If you believe a thought about it, it will become a problem. It can happen like this. Most often it is sleep. Many say that I really wanted to come. I waited all this time to come to satsang, and then I came in 5 minutes I was asleep. So sleep can come. Sleep, hunger. Don't make a problem out of it. It will come and go. Let this also be my problem. Thank you, Aparna, my dear. Shanti says, Father, all is washed away in the flow of your love. I am so grateful to you. You show the inconsistency of everything in this mind. It stands no chance with you. Love you, my dearest heart. I love you too, my dear. Don't build your house on this, with these ever-shifting sands of time and space. All our identities, all the personal ideas that we have, all that is phenomenal is just coming and going. And we suffer only because we are looking for stability in that, from that which is ever changing. Find the unmoving one that you are. And the unmoving one, the eternal one, must already be here, isn't it? You are this one, not the changing one. Anything that is changing, you are the witness of. Therefore, you cannot be the changing one, the changeful one. You must be the unchanging one. You are aware of this silence just in the same way that you are aware of these words. And you as awareness are completely untouched by either of them. This is the true silence. True silence is not merely the absence of words. True silence is the freedom from appearances, the freedom from attachment to appearances. And all that is phenomenal is an appearance. So today, now, you give complete freedom to all appearances. Everything that can be perceived, give it your freedom, including your own actions, including your own body, including all your relationships, your life, everything which is appearing, you set it completely free. This is acceptance. Acceptance is not passivity. Acceptance is the neutrality which allows all action and inaction. Acceptance is the opposite of suffering. Resistance means suffering. Acceptance is the opposite of suffering. So now, today, here, drop all resistance. Let everything appear as it must. Drop this fictional sense of control. It was always a myth. And then you discover that it is, and it always has been, a wonderful life. Every moment is full of so much wonder, so much joy. And like little children, enjoy this world of appearances. Like children enjoy a playground. Don't make anything serious. Nothing here deserves your concern. There is nothing here that you need to worry about. All solutions are present before the problem. This is the wonderful world. In this way you see that there never can be a real problem. What can be more wonderful than the right now? Even phenomenally speaking, I can't find anything which can be more wonderful than the right now. I see only grace. Only grace. So I said, even phenomenally speaking, now I'm here with all my children, with all my brothers and sisters. It's so much fun we're having together. What can be better grace than this? The troublemaker will come with all these things about, are you getting it? Are you not getting it? Just forget about it. It's just consciousness having fun with consciousness. This is why this entire existence must have come into play, isn't it? This for this lila, for this fun. So now April 1st is gone. No more becoming an April Fool to this trick of the mind. Let no string ever really pull you away. No string can actually ever really pull you away, but may no string also now pretend to. It's just like this. So looking at the string, giving it your attention, looking at the note tied at the end of the string, with that alone you cannot suffer. So even if attention goes to the mind, goes to all the temptations which are available in the world of appearances, cannot suffer. It's only when you have this belief that I must have it, that this is mine, this belongs to me, that is when all the trouble comes. This world is for what? It's for you to enjoy, for you to wonder about it, but not for you to say that this is me or mine. And you don't have to hide in some cave to try and escape from this world. Good. So who's going to sing for us today? Priya is here. Priya, your voice is back with you after all the shouting? Ishwari wants to sing? Very good. You must come, my dear.
My guitar is out of tune, sitting in the corner, so I haven't been here. But I could sing something. I'm a bit croaky, but.
Both of you can sing. Both Ishwari and you can sing.
Who's here singing? I've lost you.
Okay. I muted myself.
Oh.
Maybe it's life telling me that I need to keep quiet now.
Who else wanted to sing?
Ishwari wanted to sing.
Oh no, someone else can sing. Okay. You can sing. I'm still battle weary.
Okay, my dear. So we start with Ishwari and then we check with you how you're feeling.
Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Parameshwara 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 Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Mahaveshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Parameshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Parameshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Mahadeshwara Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Parameshwara 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 Shankara Karunakara Jagareshwara Parameshwara.
Yeah, very beautiful. Thank you so much. Sometimes I forget I have to say something. You just said, what's happening here?
Can I say something?
Of course, my dear, you must say.
Om Shri Satguru Ramana ki Jai. Jai. Papaji ki Jai. Jai. Om Shri Satguru ki Jai. Jai. Om Shri Satguru Ananta ji ki Jai. Jai. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Dear Parvati ji, can we hear your beautiful invocations?
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Dhyanamullam Gurur Murti, Pujamanam Gurur Padam, Mantramanam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamanam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamanam Mujiji Kripa. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramya, Sarve Patrani Pashantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkhapavet, Asato Masat Gamya, Tamaso Majoti Gamya, Mrichulma Amritam Gamya. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamidachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamiva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Murtiji Ki Jai.
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Satguru Shri Mujiji Ki Jai.
Jai. Jai. Jai. Jai. Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, my dear, we can turn the broadcast off now.